Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and as you can see, I'm about to show you how we're going to complete this envelope folio that I had constructed. If you have not seen the first video, I will try and put a link to that in the description box, and you can follow along and make a smallish kind of journal in the same manner. I have not added any extra journaling paper as such, but there is ample possibility that you can. And I thought that since this is going to be a keepsake sort of thing, I don't want to make it very bulky. This is just going to record the memories of Christmas, and that's going to be it. So let's begin the process. And hello everybody, my name is Pramita, and I have this Etsy store which is called Bluegrass Journal Shop, and I have a Facebook group too. If you are interested in getting some good freebies, you can join there. And I also have a coffee shop. I'll put a link to that in the description box. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, then please hit the like button. Try and make a small comment. It would help me to grow my channel, and I hope you like this. That's it. Okay, so a lot of chit-chatting. So what I've done in the meantime, after gluing this down, is I have basically sort of calculated what are the pages that I want on the front of the envelopes. So this is going to be our front cover, and this is what I want on the front cover. And I have added a lace cluster to it, and yeah, I have stitched it on the paper itself, and I will just glue this down. Okay, so this is the front page or the cover page. This is page number 1. Now, how you can keep a track of what panel you have decided on adding on which side of the envelope, because after a point of time you might get confused. So what I do is I number the panels. Like this one says page 1, this one also says page 1, so I'm going to be using this over here. This is our lace pocket. This is page 2, and this is going to be our belly band. So I have put together the things sort of. And if you want to know anything that you want me to do a tutorial or process or anything, I will do that separately, not in this video, because then it's going to be too long. So this is going to be 1. This is page, okay, so after this what happens is you open this up. So this is page 2. Okay, so this is going to be our page 2. Here is the pocket, and I've created again a small cluster, and I've just glued it down, nothing else. This is page number 3. So the page number 3 had a flap sort of thing. I trimmed that flap and made it into a side tuck sort of pocket over here, and just added some cluster sort of thing. This was actually a part of the trifold cover. Because I wanted to use the trifold cover, I decided to make it into a pocket, and so that I can use the trifold cover as well as create a pocket over here. So these are the 3 pages, and then I'm going to close this. This is going to be page 4. So when I'm not sure what I want, what I did was I wrote down what I want to make over here. So page 4 had this panel, but then I wrote make a belly band. So what I did, I created a belly band, and I will attach that over here. It's not yet done. So page 4 is complete. Now we come to page 5. So page 5 has these lace corner tuck, and these pages are available on my coffee shop. This is a 10-page kit. This is a limited edition kit, and I'm going more towards limited edition kits because I have mentioned why I am doing that, because I want to create more and more new things. So if you don't pick it up at a right time, the items are not going to be available, because I'm not going to renew that listing for quite some time, or for a while, or perhaps never. So I have kept some of the items in Ko-fi as limited edition, most of the items as limited edition, Once they are gone, they are gone. I'm not going to bring them back. Okay, there might be some variations of the same kind, but not the exact thing. Similarly, for this kit that I've come up with, which is called Amethyst, I have made it as a limited edition kit, because I found that I'm creating more and more digital kits, but I don't want to extend the listing too much, because that way it gets a little bit confusing, and I want to keep my shop evolving all the time. So that's it. Now here is another page. So this is page 6. As you can see, I've written, and here is page 10 because I made a mistake. So anyways, this is going to be the page 6 for now. And I wanted to balance things out also. This is a vintage lace that I had, and this is just some vintage and some non-vintage laces, and I wanted to balance stuff out, because here is a pocket and lace cluster over here. Here is a big image there, and I wanted to bring something over here and sort of a, you know, empty-ish kind of page. If you want, you can write here. So that is why I brought this over here. Change of plan sort of thing. Here I have, this was actually page 6, but I've changed it. Here what I've created is, this is going to be another pocket like this, and this has a lace ruffle sort of thing. So this is page 6, and I didn't want this you know, the yellowish background to show too much, so I covered this up. This is page sorry, there has been yeah, so this is page 6, this is page 7. Okay, so once I started lining things up, I realized some of the things that were not working once I placed things up, and then I switched some of the things. Okay, so that way I know that you know, these things will work and these things won't. So this is another page you know, cut off that I made. This is page 9, and page 9 has nothing done. Okay, that's okay. And now I'll show you the other side. So this is kind of accordion style, you can say. So this is the other page. Yeah, so this is going to be the other page, and this will be a tuck on this side. So that's that, and this one will have a tuck on this side, but I'm going to glue this entire thing in such a way that you won't see the yellow bit much. And yeah, so I will cover this side up a little bit, okay, because I don't want this yellow to show through, and I will show you I'm going to do that. So these are the 2 pages, and that's it. So then we come to the front page. So let's start gluing things down and working on it. So first things first, I need to work on the front cover, which I'm not going to do right now. We'll see. And this is page 1. So I'm going to be gluing page 1. Now you can use glue stick, you can use PVA glue, whatever suits you. I'm going to be using glue stick because I know this is paper on paper, and this is a very good quality glue stick I'm using, and I'm pretty generous with the glue. And if it doesn't stick, I can always go back and add a little bit more PVA glue. Okay, but so I'm just going to move this around, and I'm moving things around from the spine area because this has to be clear, otherwise this won't close. Okay, so try to you know, butt the paper with the envelope as much as possible, keeping a space over here so that you can close this and open this easily. Okay, so page 1 done. Now we are going to move page wise. This way everything is going to be very streamlined and organized. So this is page 2. So I'm going to be using glue stick, but you can always use some PVA glue And I know I'm just gluing this down, so even if I'm off camera, I hope this will not make much difference. So here it is, and again I'm going to move this. Now this part is very crucial because I have to keep some space over here and also keep enough space there. So I'm going to be moving this, okay, and I'm going to be gluing this, okay. It didn't take me much when I put on the sort of figured out the pages, but once I got rolling, it didn't take much time because this is not a very big journal as such, not a very complicated one, and yeah, it was doable. Like, it was doable. So I'm just going to be gluing this down. Okay, so now I have this part. This is page 3, so I'm going to move this. This is page 3, and I'm going to be gluing this way. Okay, I need to ink this now. Most of the panels have been inked, but some I did not have the time to ink. Hopefully I will notice them when I'm working on it and do the needful. So I can do it this way also. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. Okay, now as I said, I will glue them primarily with the glue stick, and then probably I will go back later and see if they need. So these are the 3 pages done: page 1, page 2, and page 3. Now I'm going to close this. Okay, so now we have page 4. So page 4, we already have page 4. Okay, so page 4 I need to ink and also attach the belly band. Now the belly band I'm going to be using PVA glue. I'm not going to be using the glue stick because it doesn't work well with the glue stick, and I'm not going to be laying the belly band before. I will just attach this first and then I will see. Okay, so I'm going to be, you can open up the envelopes also, but I thought of not doing it because the envelopes are not very sturdy, but once they are reinforced with these kind of papers, they become sturdy. So I chose not to, but if you have, or if you make your own envelopes, then you can cut them up and make them into pockets. So I want to attach this over here. I hope this is making sense. I know this is in a bit of a hurry, but it's just that you cut these into the same size of your envelope faces, you can say, and then you just glue it down. And the embellishments are totally up to you, what you want to put and what is your vision. So it's totally that way, it's planned that way. So this is what it's looking now. So I'll have to let this dry for a little bit, and I also have to trim this. So I'll come back a while later and see what I can do for the next page. Okay, so keep watching. Okay, so this belly band has dried, and while it was drying, what I did was I glued the next panel that was of page 5. Now we're going to work on page 6. So page 6 is pretty simple. I'm just going to simply glue this down. and get going. So the main thing is assembling the envelopes, numbering the panels, and then choosing the papers for the panels. See where you can add a pocket or a tuck spot or whatever your theme is. These are the simple steps that you can follow. And yeah, so what happens is after a while your papers start peeking out. So I have to go back later and trim these down a little bit so that they don't peek through. Otherwise it might not work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see. Okay, this becomes a little difficult once papers start gathering up. You can cover the spines with fabric or lace, whatever is your preference, or you can keep them as it is if that's okay. Like over here you can see there is a slight overhang. So what I'll do is I'll just go with my scissors very carefully. I'm going to trim this off. Okay, and then I can always ink the edges. So this is how it's looking. Okay, I'm going to be squishing this a little bit. So this is going to be the next page, that is page 7. So for the page 7 one, we need to glue on the 3 sides because this is going to be a pocket and I need to ink this up. Okay, so so what I did was I tried to choose papers which would balance out, you know, the side by side look that was coming, or you know, what I was getting. So if I chose a very blankish kind of paper here, I'm going to use something which is design heavy on this one, so that way you can balance things out. So I hope you people are doing well. Yeah, in the meantime my husband had a health scare, but now he's okay by God's grace, and hopefully things will look better now. He had an issue with his gastrointestinal stuff, and he had to be rushed to the emergency, and then, you know, the doctors took from there. So I'm getting such lovely comments on my new digital kit, which is Amethyst, which is super, and I'm very happy that I could make something like this. But as I said, I wanted to make some add-ons for my coffee shop. Unfortunately, I still haven't had the time to do that. It's really horrible. Like, I'm going to be lining this up. I have to make sure that the pocket is straight, and that's how it is. Now here there is a panel that's peeking out that we will work on when we finish on this part. So this is going to be a pocket. Okay, and then we're going to put in the ephemera and get it done with, probably. We'll see what happens. So now we have this panel to attach. As I was saying, you can cut open these envelopes and make them into double pockets also, but as I said, I was not very sure whether these envelopes will be able to hold up, whatever, as pockets themselves. So I decided not to do that. So yeah, again you will see there is a little overhang, but that's okay, that can be handled. and this is how it is. Now page 9 I've not yet worked, and page 10 I will be working on, but I need to put something over here. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for some scraps, honestly, and these are the scraps I have when I did cut down the pages. Not much left, as you can see, but yeah, I think no, it's not enough. It's not enough. So let's see what we can do. I'll see if I have some other scraps which I can use, which can be used. I have some other Christmas scraps from the Pink Christmas, because that is also another journal that is in the making. Oh my god, I don't know how will I be able to finish those. I don't want to use anything from here, so let's do one thing. What I can do is I can use some washi tape to create a contrast of sorts. So this is a washi tape. This is not Christmas or anything. This is just a simple washi tape. I think this is from 46 and Vintage, and I will add that. So this will be a contrast, so I always add a little bit of glue when I'm adding washi tape, because I'm not very I don't think the glue is always very reliable. So I'm going to be using some glue, and then I will add this. Okay, I'm going to be taking this down. Don't worry, it's not going to stick like that. So yeah, so I'm just going to squish this down, and of course I'm going to take this part off because we don't need that. Okay, and then I can glue this down. So you can see a little bit of that washi tape, but also this side is reinforced and super nice, so I can add that. So what I'll do is I'll use the PVA glue, not the glue stick, and I will be back to show you how it looks after I have glued down I have arranged the ephemera in the pockets, because now I have to let this dry for a little while till it dries. Yeah, so this is like so. I'm going to be adding this over here. Okay, so that's it, good to go. Okay, so this is our pocket, and this is another pocket which is going to be put in here. This is like a hidden pocket, you can say. And again, I need to ink this. If you have arranged the panels well, then it just takes a few minutes to assemble it. It's very easy, very convenient, and I'm going to be gluing this on the pocket that already exists, so that's why I can glue the entire panel, and I'm going to be gluing this down, and you will just see a hint of the pocket over here. Something, like just a little string probably will be peeking through, and not much. So this closes up nicely. And now we need to open this part up. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Okay, so here we have this part which is not glued well at all. So this can be a small gift for any of your loved one. You don't have to make it for, you know, someone, like for yourself only. You can give it as a gift. Again, a little bit of overhang which can be trimmed. Okay, so I'll probably attach a book plate or something of that sort with this. And also I need to figure out the journal cards. So on the front page I'm going to attach this card cover, which is again a page from the kit that is on Ko-fi. So many of you have loved it, bought it, and it's a great addition to your Pink Watercolor Christmas kit. What's happened to this? This glue dries so quickly and it's so thick. It's not thick, it should be called viscous, because okay, now the cap has gone. That's me pulling up the chair, and this is the front page. Let's work on that. Okay, that's it, done it. So now we need to squish this a little bit. So what I'll do is I'm just going to open this entire thing up. Okay, so one page is still left which needs to be glued down. Here it is. So this one we will glue down, and then we're going to create a tuck spot for this. Okay, so let's glue this page down, and then I'll show you how you can create tuck spots using your die cuts or fussy cuts that are available in the kits sometimes, and we're not sure how we want to use them. So you can definitely use them in this way, making tuck spots. So I'm just should have inked this before, but my brain is so overworked and I just need to craft, that's it. But I hardly am getting some time to craft, and that's one of the reasons probably why I am I'm feeling hard pressed for time, because when I'm crafting I'm super like relaxed, and when I'm doing other stuff I am so I feel so pressured. Like, that's it, that's the word only that comes to my mind. Anyways, so the kit that I have come out with, it has a few fussy cuts, and this being one of them. And since this one is like the back cover, like when you open this, let me show you. So this is how it looks, and when you close it, okay, so this is like the back cover. I want to bring some kind of semblance to this. Now this is not printed on cardstock pattern paper, so what I can do is, I have these scraps, no, these are not small scraps, these are bigger scraps. So what I can do is, I can just glue this image on this contrasting paper. I can use another paper that I have used these papers in the sunflower accordion tag journal, so I can use that also, but I think this one is way better. So I'm going to be gluing this down, and then roughly I will cut around it, keeping a little space. So this way you can instantly create a pocket with, so I've just glued it down and glued it at the back, and now I'm putting it down on the cardstock paper. Now I can make it into a pocket. I'll show you how. I can just you know, cut it like this. If you want straight pockets, you can do that. If you want a fussy cut look pocket, you can do that also. Right now I'm just cutting it straight, and then we'll decide what looks best, because nothing is going to go to waste. So if this is it, I can put this down, or I can simply fussy cut around it. I'll show you how. So I'm going to keep the bottom straight, that way it will have a lot of stability, and then I'll go around this, okay, keeping an inch around, not an inch, like a border sort of thing around the image. You can instantly make it into a tuck spot or a pocket. Okay, that's it. So this can be your pocket. Okay, so now what we need to do is just ink this, and I don't like straight edges, so I'm just going to give this a trim, and okay, and now I can just glue it down, and if I want I can put a little bit of lace on it, anything that I would like. So right now I'm just going to glue it down. Probably I will add some lace later on, but that's not for now. So I'm just going to glue this side. Yes, when I'm putting it down, I make sure that I'm not putting the glue on the wrong side, because I've done it so many times. Oh my god. Yes, this is my coffee speaking. It is pretty late in the evening. It is a Sunday evening. I have been working on Sunday also, and I can attach this over here. So I'm going to be attaching this with some glue. I'm not going to be sewing this down. If I find that this is not working, then we'll think of something else. Okay, but right now I think this will work. It has worked before, and I have no reason to believe that it won't this time. So I'm going to be putting this down, and I'm going to be letting this dry. So in the meantime, you have this view of the front cover, and then when we open this is the second page, and then we open this is the third page, this is the fourth page, this is the fifth page, sixth page, seventh page, turn it, eighth page, ninth page, and this is the back page. Okay, and this is the front page. That's it. So we have our folio made from envelope nearly done, and now I just need to figure out the ephemera. So we'll do that. I'll do that off camera, and then there will be just an update on this folio, just to flip through an update. That's it. And if you like this video, then don't forget to hit the like button. It would mean a lot to me. And if it's not too much of a trouble, kindly put in a few words in the comment section. I'll definitely get back to it. Thank you everybody for watching this. Bye. Have a great day.